Now on an absolutely perfect night in the Lone Star State, the roof's been opened, and we're ready for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Aiden Hutchinson. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. How about the defense there and try to set the tone on the very first play of the game?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a glow here tonight because they brought the heat right out of the gate. What a good job establishing a tone for this one.
A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early second and long they're facing.
Here's Prescott. This is caught. It's close. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They run it for the first time to Tony Pollard. And he's across the 40 for the extra yards to the 43. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now a 3rd and 6.
Prescott to throw it.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 38-yard line. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. Got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Prescott.
Toward the sideline, intercepted.
Picked off by Cameron Sutton.
And the Lions are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs.
And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12.
This a 2nd and 8.
Throw left side to Reynolds. And he'll go down after losing yards. there on the play. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Throwing on third. Gone. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That was the first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Taken from just outside the 30. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Cameron Sutton.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his second interception.
Gibbs straight ahead.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
No big surprise. Micah Parsons doing what he does so well, dropping him for a loss.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Goff now looking to throw.
Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs.
Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively. That brings up third.
You see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
And it is caught. Touchdown, Detroit.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
41 yards.
And the Lions take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure.
And now it's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
This will be brought out from the middle.
Now a hit and a loose football.
And it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
DC. And shout. Hard ball. Hold on. Check. Maverick.
Now a first down throw. Gone. This will be caught inside the 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 6-0 our score after 1. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Done. Value one. Done.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
4 down.
Once more Montgomery. And this time he'll score. Touchdown Lions. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Dan Campbell makes the call. His guys will go for 2 here.
Goff looking to throw. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
Well, remember back to that first touchdown, Charles, the point after was blocked, so they decided to go for 2 to make it 14-0, but why not just 13-0?
Yeah, I feel like there's a shift in thinking that we're seeing in front of us now in football. Some of it's analytics, some of it's just different thinking by head coaches. They wanted to get back to level, decided to take a calculated gamble, and felt like they had a good play call for a 2-point try.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Flush to his right. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley inside the 20. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I suppose we were in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
David Montgomery with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yeah.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove, they're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Hand off now to Gibbs. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Another run for Gibbs here. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Goff going to shift him around.
Hey, let's go. Go, Brown. Turbo.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down. Badgley able to knock this one through, and the route is on. It's 24-0. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're
down.
down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Prescott. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. Now Prescott on 4th down. That one down the field for Ferguson. And got his man complete. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down. And that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give them a new set of downs.
I tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk. But it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense, just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a first down, but a big play as well.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Hey, kill.
On play action, Prescott. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Here go 46.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Brandon Cooks, 34 yards. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Now Mike McCarthy going to decide to go for 2 here.
Conversion.
Kill. Here go 47.
They're going to try and run. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
Well, it is still a lopsided score, so they're going to try a second quarter onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Going back to Gibbs on first down.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw is gone.
He's got it complete to Gibbs.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
How about this? They'll change it at the line.
Super one.
On 4th down, Goff. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Cowboys are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Final play of the half. Prescott. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
That's on the tackle, Penei Sewell.
Going up the gut, Montgomery.
Trayvon Diggs getting the tackle.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
2nd and 12.
Super one.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now it's gone.
And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up 4th down.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain an 18-point lead.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Prescott from the gun.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against the secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game.
Dallas, Texas is the spot. 3rd quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10.
To throw is Prescott. He gets it to Cooks. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Now Prescott. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing, Prescott.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And his kick is good. And that'll get the deficit down to 15.
So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
On 1st down, gone.
Short pass here taken in by Laporta.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Hold on. Maverick.
On second down, here's Goff. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker.
And the Cowboys are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's Brian Branch with it. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Well, their defense got them the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2.
There he goes, left side.
Now he's loose down the left sideline.
Touchdown, Detroit.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Lions will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the 2 teams by far, and that's great complimentary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about.
He's got a man complete.
Look at the big man rumble.
Touchdown, Cowboys.
Luke Schoonmaker.
75 yards.
And the Cowboys are able to get a score back in the final stages for this 3rd quarter.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. I know they're down, but starting the 3rd quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen, steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Detroit. David Montgomery, 48 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
16. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
And now off to the races down the right side. Still going. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. He goes 105 yards on the kick return.
And the Cowboys are able to cut into that deficit.
It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Now, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Back now in Arlington, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And nowhere to go. He only makes it to the 5.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
41 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it.
Leads to a lot of satisfaction, because if they're able to hang on and win this game, you know what else will happen in the locker room after this?
What's that?
Head coach will step up and go, great job, guys. Because of that, come in a little bit later tomorrow.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
The Lions on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
On 3rd down, here's Gibbs.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. I love the look you just gave me, because I know what you're thinking. If you're going to run towards the perimeter, you better either stay in bounds or get the first down, or both. He did neither.
Imagine the looks he's getting right now from his team, from his coaches. They go over those scenarios all the time, and as you said, he did neither.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
This is 1st and 10.
Here we go, 46, 46.
Prescott now. This is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Cameron Sutton.
And the Lions will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Throwing now. Goff. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Back to throw. Goff.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now he's loose at the 40. Jamison Williams